To succeed, you must fail. In failure and in suffering, all the answers are in there.
If you are experiencing a losing season right now, understand that there's a winning season around the corner. But you have to be an active participant in getting yourself out of the losing season. You can't do what I did back in the day, which is sulk and let the dominoes continue to fall by stopping the things that are working for you.
That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss, those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fucking fail, I'm gonna fucking fail, I'm gonna fucking fail, and I will succeed.
Everything in life that's hard is just a series of things that are easy. You just have to take that first step. Taking that responsibility for yourself and committing to yourself to say, I'm gonna take action and I'm gonna make it happen.
There is no easy road to what you want. It's a long road. You got a lot of people that want to be a doctor. Some people don't want to go to school for 8 years.
Right.
But the ones that go to school for 8 years end up being some of the best doctors ever and live a doctor's lifestyle. Some people say a doctor's lifestyle sucks. Not the doctor that dreamed to be the doctor.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship.
I think a lot of entrepreneurship and even personal growth is training yourself on how you respond to hard. Because in the early days, hard was, ooh, stop. This isn't good. This is a warning sign. This is a red flag. I should slow down, or I should stop, I should pivot. And I think if you can shift from this is hard to no one else will be able to do this, then it flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to, oh, poor everyone else who's going to have to fucking try.
News check. Nobody cares. Reality check. Nobody cares about your problems. Nobody cares about what you wear. Nobody cares about what you think. Nobody cares because everybody has a complex life with their own problems, their own difficulties, their own challenges. The last thing I'm going to be worried about is impressing some random person that doesn't really even care about me.
A friendly reminder that in 3 generations, everyone who knew us will be dead, including the people whose opinions stopped you from doing what you wanted all along. Imagine that someone you know achieves every dream and hits every goal they have. Years later, they get old and die. 2 years after that, how much do you care? About as much as everyone else will if you accomplish your goals and dreams. Do it for you.
Nobody cares about you. And I mean that in the most positive, optimistic, inspiring, motivating way.
I thought everybody cares about me. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares. It's only a small percentage of population. Nobody gives a damn. And even if they do, what? You make a mistake, you zig when you should have zagged, you get clipped, so what?
I isolate myself. I don't look at messages on Instagram. I don't send messages on Instagram. I don't go out. You would not like my life. No, it'd be boring to you.
It's cool. Well, no, but I do appreciate the quiet life.
Yeah, I live alone, and sometimes I'm like, hello. Make sure my voice still works.
It was isolation. It was visualization. It was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life. You know what I mean?
And you don't like people too, right?
I mean, it's not that I don't like people. It's just that get to the pinnacle. It needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it.
Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying? Because I'm trying to get it. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your shit, molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly.
I mean, just sitting around dreaming someday, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week.
I have led a toothless life. I have never bitten into anything. I was waiting. I was reserving myself for later on, and I have just noticed that my teeth have gone.
A lot of people wait for perfect conditions to start, but don't realize that starting is the perfect condition. He's saving himself to use his teeth, but he could have had all of his teeth at the end if he had been using them the whole time. And so we have this idea, I call it the fallacy of the perfect pick, but thinking that you're going to have this one shot, this one pick of this one opportunity that's going to take you all the way. But it's the habit of biting that takes you all the way, not where you choose to bite the first time.
How many times have you looked back on your life and thought, I wish I had started something sooner. I wish I had done this thing. I wish I had done that thing. And I'm going to tell you something. The biggest regret that you will ever have in your entire life is that you didn't push through the fear. You didn't push through the bullshit imposter syndrome. You didn't push through the self-doubt and get started.
Shut off your phones, shut off all technology, find a dark, quiet place for you to think. You have to think first. And then when you think, you have to think, okay, what's my purpose in life?
It is so easy to beat people today. They are so soft. They have no work ethic. No one can stick with anything. Everyone's distracted. They're on social media. They're counting their fucking notifications because they can't stick with shit.
The biggest risk to your future isn't your competition. It's the distractions you insist on keeping in your life rather than doing the things you know you should be doing but aren't. People delay doing things they don't like for longer than it takes to do them.
I see so much people get comfortable. Complacency is the most dangerous thing in the world. You can't get comfortable, bro. Once you get comfortable, you start losing yourself.
There's a process to all this stuff, man. The process starts with, you gotta shut off technology. You gotta go here. So go to that dark place where you're alone. No cell phones, no music, no TVs, no computers. You by yourself. Very few people want to be alone anymore.
What it feels like to be on the other side of discomfort. Everything you ever wanted is waiting for you on the other side of your comfort zone. Get after it.
If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
Everything I didn't want to do is what got me to where I'm at today. Where we find comfort, that's where I started getting scared. When I started saying, oh, it's raining, I'm not going out there. No, you cannot say that. So whatever my brain thought, I did the opposite. Wherever the comfort was, I went the opposite direction. On the other side of that extreme place that I call suffering, call whatever you want, there's a whole nother world that people have not even examined. But stay here in this comfortable place. Once you're going to push yourself to that extreme place, it's like a whole other universe. It's almost like you're an astronaut and you've examined something like up in outer space. No, it's always been there.
Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. The only way to become more successful than most people is to be willing to do something most people aren't willing to do.
Anybody can do things that are easy. You know, it's like, how do you behave when things are difficult or when the shit hits the fan? That's what defines you. Not like, you know, are you the nice guy? Do you take a bunch of photos when everybody's sucking your dick? You know, it's like, not do you. It's easy to behave well when things are going good.
So when your plan fails, when those bullshit fucking laws get too heavy, when you get knocked the fuck down on the fucking canvas, when everything falls apart in your life and your plan is fucked up, what the fuck are you gonna do? There's only one motherfucking option. Stay fucking hard.
You're a man. You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions, make the sacrifices, make the unpopular decisions, and become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, and full responsibility to change.
Imagine that you're in a movie, and imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie. What would that guy do? What would that guy do right now? Because you are.
When you see a movie, and you watch a movie about a person who keeps failing, and at the end, they succeed, how do you feel after you watch that movie?
Elated.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
I become the movie. I want to feel how I feel watching someone else in the movie. When I watched Rocky get his ass kicked, and I watched all these different things of failure, I was able to put myself there and say, God, man, how much do you feel now that you finally got there? That's what failure has done to me.
If you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life.
Yeah.
What would you put them through to make them patient? You probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like we want these traits but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. It's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing?
That you are the fucking hero in your story. You are the man on the white horse. You are not to seek approval or validation from anyone, because the only approval and validation I need is that of my consciousness, of my greater higher self.
How do you know when you're quitting because you're being a bitch?
Yeah.
And how do you know that you're moving on from something that's no longer worthwhile?
Which is, do you push or do you pivot? And like, do I push through whatever this hardness is, and there's like something that's in sight that I think I can go to, or there are fundamental things that have changed that make my original hypothesis wrong?
We give up a little bit too fast, or as soon as it gets hard, that's when we're like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this. And I think some of the best things come right after fear, or right after, you know, those hard moments. That's when you finally get your breakthroughs.
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder.
Everything that you think about, you become. You become what you think about. Thoughts lead to actions. Actions lead to behaviors. Behaviors leads to lifestyle. Lifestyle determines your destiny.
When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become.
You know, one that changed my life was the secret, the law of attraction, the book on the law of attraction.
The mind is but a magnet to what you want. You know what I'm saying? The law of attraction, like all the laws of the universe, I studied all the laws of the universe, you know what I'm saying? And I fully apply that.
The secret is about the law of attraction. I discovered this book when I was probably about 19, and I was living in a little flat in Manchester. Life had got quite difficult, and it basically talks about the law of attraction and the power of the mind and picturing something and almost believing that you've got it before it's even happened. The mind is a powerful tool.
What I see today is that everything's possible in this world for those who don't quit on themselves or their dreams. I've learned to reach higher and higher with our dreams, to become more ridiculous with our dreams, because they're all possible.
As long as you believe in something, in a dream, as long as you have a dream and believe in yourself, I think the success is just a matter of time.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible.
You can do it. Once you really put your mind to whatever you got going on and you really want to get something done, it's you versus you. So you say you want to get it done, it's huge. So, cause once you get it done, it's like, damn, like I already said I was gonna do it, and I did it.
Hey, you can do anything you put your mind to. Never give up on your dreams. Keep smiling, no matter what you're going through. If you fall down, just get up. If you can't get up, your friends are there to help you up. Your mama's there, your daddy's there, God's there. Hey, I'm there to help you up. You're there. It's gonna be all right. Just keep smiling, man.
When you're in the fucking game, great things happen and really bad things happen. And you gotta take it all in stride. And you gotta pick yourself up the next day, strap your fucking shoes back on and get out there and go to fucking war again. Every day when you get out of bed, life's standing right there to kick you in the fucking face, man.
Success in fighting in life is about desire and the will. How bad do you want it? Is it worth dying for?
You don't have a fucking choice. You have to get up every single day and you have to plant the motherfucking seeds. And planting the seeds has to happen every day, and it has to happen every day for years on end before it really produces fruit. It ain't easy. It ain't always fun. It is a lot of fun sometimes, but it ain't always fun. It's stressful. It's hard. It's anxiety. It's scared. And you have to use all those emotions to push yourself forward. You have to say, bro, if I don't do this, it ain't gonna happen.
You can do two things. You can run and fucking hide, curl up in a ball, and let the world just fucking beat you to death. Or you can dig your fucking heels in. You figure out how to, you have to figure out yourself, and then you dig in and you fight. I had a quote installed on my wall. It says, "May God have mercy upon my enemies, because I won't."
I did this thing when nobody listened. Literally no one. When no one listened at all. There's days in 2018 where we did 0 plays. We launched the pod. I was doing an episode a week. We had all of the plays, all of the backlog, catalog history of old episodes. We're like 10, 15 episodes in. There was days where we did 0.
The commitments we keep to ourselves and what we do when no one's watching is the most persuasive evidence that governs everything we then do every day thereafter.
We are who we are when nobody's watching. If you want to know who you really are, be on your own. Go somewhere on your own, on holiday or whatever, and that's who you are. You know, it's the difference between character and reputation. You know, you really know who you are. Reputation is what everyone else thinks about you, but you know who you are in yourself.
Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. Get used to it. No one roots for you until everyone roots for you. That's just how it works.
Yeah, people only root for those who don't need to be rooted for.
I genuinely fucking hate universities.
Fuck school. I don't know why we still even have this outdated concept of school to just build workers. Because we know what the fuck school was made for. Why are we pretending? We know school was created to create workers.
School's fucked as well. Yep. Like the education system's totally like upside down. It teaches you exactly the opposite. Like memorization equals intelligence. Getting an A means you're smart. That's all bollocks. To me, like education, you want a real education, go start a business. You'll learn more in 6 months starting a business than any business school 4-year degree or MBA or any shit university education teaching you marketing. Forget that.
If you go to any college, anywhere in the world, right, and you meet 10 college students, what are you taking? I'm taking political science right now, but I'm thinking of switching to marketing. You were told that if you didn't go to college, you would never amount to anything, okay? Then you get to college, and you're taking these classes because you were told you had to go here anyway, right, but you don't really know what you want to do and don't know who you are. So at the end of the day, you end up with a degree that you can't use.
Doesn't mean anything.
Because you don't know what the fuck you want to do.
So the entire education system is just a propaganda machine. That's really all it's become. Because it's stemmed from initially, hey, we just need workers. And if we can control the children, we're set. We're set for life. I genuinely fucking hate universities.
Fuck school. I don't know why we still even have this outdated concept of school to just build workers. Because we know what the fuck school was made for. Why are we pretending? We know school was created to create workers.
School's fucked as well. Yep. Like the education system's totally like upside down. It teaches you exactly the opposite. Like memorization equals intelligence. Getting an A means you're smart. That's all bollocks. To me, like education, you want a real education, go start a business. You'll learn more in 6 months starting a business than any business school 4-year degree or MBA or any shit university education teaching you marketing. Forget that.
If you go to any college, anywhere in the world, right, and you meet 10 college students, what are you taking? I'm taking political science right now, but I'm thinking of switching to marketing. You were told that if you didn't go to college, you would never amount to anything, okay? Then you get to college, and you're taking these classes because you were told you had to go here anyway, right, but you don't really know what you want to do and don't know who you are. So at the end of the day, you end up with a degree that you can't use.
Doesn't mean anything.
Because you don't know what the fuck you want to do.
So the entire education system is just a propaganda machine. That's all it's become. Because it's stemmed from initially, hey, we just need workers. And if we can control the children, we're set. We're set for life.
What you're not changing, you're choosing. You got something in your life you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. And yet, somehow we expect things to change. We expect things to change. You think you're going to get in better shape. You think you're going to get more money. You think your relationship is going to improve. You think the world is going to get better without you doing anything. But it isn't.
I'm going to have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because, yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man. You know, we'll sit around forever wondering, well, what if you don't know? Until you say, yeah, I'm going to take action. Nothing changes if nothing changes, man.
You cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
So what I tell myself is I go back to the months and years of preparation to get to that day. And I'm telling myself, the 3:30 in the morning, and I'm looking at my shoes and I want to go out there and run 30 miles. I have to, in that second, in that moment of this self-talk, my mind saying, you got to find more, you got to find more. I once again calm down, go back into my mind, and I had to reflect back on the shit I did to get here.
You have to be cognizant. You have to be aware of how you are being influenced. Because in this day and age, right now, if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to weakness. If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked.
It's all in your mind. Whatever you hold in your mind will tend to occur in your life. If you continue to believe as you have always believed, you will continue to act as you have always acted. You will continue to get what you have always gotten. All you have to do is change your mind.
Hate has 4 letters, but so does love. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. Cry has 3 letters, but so does joy. And negativity has 10 letters, but so does positivity. You always have a choice, so choose the better side of it.
But failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you 2 choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
Truly understand who you are. Learn yourself.
Yeah.
Learn yourself. Learn your pros and your cons. Get your flaws. Get them out the way, but with you, not to nobody else. This is a you and you thing of the shit that you know you need to work on. And I'm telling you, people, when you really look yourself in the mirror and you start to pick yourself apart by yourself,
yeah,
there's only room for improvement.